Hello. Hello, hello. Welcome back. How are you today?
I'm absolutely amazing. I'm glad to be here, definitely.
Yes. I'm always excited to have you here as well, always seeing how your journey's going. And so, yeah, as explained just before we started, so we're going to be doing a reflexology on the feet today. So that's really nice, enjoyable. We can work through the feet to obviously find out through Chinese medicine if there's any imbalances of the body, so we can see everything that's wrong with the body through the feet, which is a very powerful experience. So
It'd be interesting.
so we will see what's going on there. But before we start officially down there, I wanted to ask if you want a blanket.
No, I'm absolutely fine. It's nice ambience, so everything's ready from my end.
Brilliant. So, do you remember the drops?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start with that. I don't know what I've picked, so let's see. I always pick intuitively. Sounds like you. So, over concern for others all the time.
That's definitely me.
Learning to be more flexible. So it's often the perfectionist. You want to do everything perfect, down to the T. And if it's not perfect, you don't submit it, you don't do it, that kind of thing. And this one, I would point, it's called like the self-acceptance. So usually the opposite is about guilt. Guilt about something, I don't know.
Wow.
Does that...
I can understand that, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, guilt.
Okay. So in order to work through that, we use these tinctures that support emotions, so emotional balancing. So if you just lift your tongue for me and swallow. I'm going to do the second bottle now. Lift your tongue for me. Pour and swallow. I'm going to do the last one. Lift your tongue, so 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and swallow. Okay. So what we will do, I think...
It's nice.
I do. Everyone says it tastes nice. I think it tastes great.
It's a bit like rum.
Rum. Nothing wrong with liking some rum. Alright, my lovely. So actually let's start like this. I'm going to do a few things now. Just going to get this Aqua de Florida. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. I'm going to place my hand on your abdomen and I'm going to place my hand on your forehead. I'm going to invite you to breathe deeply through the belly and just release. And again. So I know usually you come here for more medical purposes, so it's going to be an interesting one to invite you to sort of switch gears and say, let's relax now. Bringing you into a space of safety and a space you can switch off the mind. My hands are getting quite warm, so there's need for some healing and balancing, but we'll do that through the feet today. So I'm going to just disconnect before more happens than I want. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place an eye mask over your eyes. And I'm going to do an essential oil of chamomile. I'm just going to bring that over your face here, so you can just inhale the essence of the calming and soothing energy of chamomile. if at any point you feel you need a blanket, you let me know. So sort of part of our ritual, I always start with cleansing the feet. So what you're going to feel is just a slight cooling effect from the wipes. Maybe you'll like it because you've been walking around for a while. Just going to clean in between the toes. Let me do onto the other as well. So nice, cool. Part of what I'm first going to do is I'm going to take a magnifying glass and I'm just going to inspect the feet at a deeper level to see if there's anything to note. Kind of like a foot exam, if you will. You can relax, you don't have to move your feet for me. I do everything now. So just be a princess or a queen. So there is a little bit of dryness on the side of the foot here, but that's usually from working too much.
Jenny, walk at lunchtime.
That's excellent. I'd rather have you with dry feet and walking than not walking at all.
Yeah, I walk every day just at lunch. So I don't eat, well, I eat my lunch, but...
That's great. I'm just going to bend the foot forward, just examining on the top. Okay, some little dry patches up here as well. But other than that, and I'm just going to examine here with the ankle. There's no pain in the ankles at the moment?
None.
Okay, good. Good. I don't see any imbalance with swelling or anything of the sort. So I'm just going to go to the left foot now. Just going to start examining here. So very similar with the dryness on both sides. Something here a little bit imbalanced. Maybe like you've scratched yourself or something. Gonna go in between the toes and see. And now on top. Okay, so examination complete. So I've got dried leaves. It's called a shakapa. That's the sound it makes. It's a South American instrument, so to speak, and what I will do is I'm going to spray some equivalent of what I call the South American holy water, and then I'm going to just pat it on the legs just to sort of remove any energy that's stagnant or any negative energy that the body is holding on to or the aura is holding on to. So now I'm going to do the similar thing, but except I'm going to do that with a feather on top of the legs, just to waft anything away. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a pen, so I'm just going to touch you with it so you understand what it feels like. What I'm going to just do is push in certain points, and if it's uncomfortable you can say sharp, and if it's not you can say dull, nothing. Yeah. Anything here?
No.
No? Dull. Okay, and here? Dull. And here? Dull. And here? sharp. Okay, let's see the other side. Here, dull, and here, dull, and here, dull, and here,
Little sharp.
little sharp. Okay, this will represent the ears. So I don't know if you have any problems with ears at the moment.
It's been itching.
Itching, okay. So just because I know about the knees, let's go somewhere around there. Anything? Dull. And here? Sharp. So more with this knee, isn't it? Yeah. And how's this knee doing at the moment?
It's not, this one's aching more than this one.
Okay, so we pick that up. I think that'll be enough for that, because I don't feel like there's other places I could, how can I say, piggyback off. Maybe one more. Let me just go down here. Dull. And here. Okay, dull. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take some wax made from bees, and then I'm going to rub it on your feet. So it'll be quite good anyway, because it'll moisturize these dry parts on the foot as well.
Thank you.
And then we'll get some reflexology on. And I'll walk you through if I pick up anything, I'll say what I'm doing, and I'll also let you know how I'm progressing.
Thank you. Feels amazing.
So just going to work between the toesies. So I'm just doing a bit more pressure, just so we can really get into those grooves with the dry patches. Getting under the heel as well, which I can feel is a bit dry. Again, this wax is quite powerful to moisten and hydrate the skin. So a little next mini exam is I'm just going to place my hand under the foot. What I'm going to just do is now bend the foot forward just to see the flexibility in that. There's no discomfort there.
No.
And if I do the opposite way, and there,
No.
that's good. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate the foot around in a circle. So that's quite well, it's just flowing and flexing quite nicely, and I'll go the opposite way now. So slight limitation in rotation here. Do you feel that? When I get to about here, there's a bit of resistance there. And then going around there. So it should be quite a smooth circle, but there's just a little bit of like a ooh, and then we stop and then we go. Okay, so just noticing that. Okay, so I'm just going to get some more wax for the other side. Going in between the toes. Much drier on these toes here.
It's harder to get to when they, with the knee.
Mm-hmm, of course. So I'm just going to use a little bit more pressure, just so there's a bit of a little bump here as well, hard callous skin. Okay, so I'm just going to use some pressure just so we can start getting that temperature up and the wax to embed more into these dry patches. Working my way up the legs a little bit and going under. Now, same thing with this exam, we're just going to see the flexibility and dexterity of the foot. So we're just going to pull forward here. No problem, no tension. Okay, and we go the other way around. There, is that okay?
That's fine.
Yeah. And we're going to go around in a circle. Let's just see the flow. So again, that's good, that's moving well. And then the other side. Okay, so similar where there's a little bit of a stop here and then it flows. Okay. So let's begin. So we're going to start working on the head area first. So if you wish to fall asleep, you can, but I'll talk intermittently just so people know that, or you know where I'm at. And of course, if there's any area of discomfort or strange feeling when I touch, you just let me know and I can tell you what that represents.
Yeah.
So what I can already see when I'm working the toes here is there's quite a restriction of blood flow. So So I'd say I think you are, but even some more power play as well, just to get that blood flow from the legs back up to the heart. Working the toes now. What it looks like is the shoes you wear are too tight on the feet here at the sides. So your pinkies have started to sort of bend in a way because there's a really hard lip of callus under the toe in the center on both sides. So it's like the toes had to sort of squish to obviously fit within the space you've given it. So even maybe some more wider toe shoes. Yeah. So I'm just going to go to that point which was slightly uncomfortable. I'm just going to work more gently here for a bit. Moving to the front of the foot now. Now moving to the center of the ball of the foot. Now going just directly onto the right foot, just working in the center. So what I'm noticing here about the feet is that there's a lot of pressure in how you stand. So I would say this is very similar to what I see with high heels. So all the pressure of the front, the top half of the foot is on the floor, and the rest of the foot's not being used as much because there's a lot of pressure being put here in the front of the feet, creating a imbalance of how the foot should work, which then can go up to the rest of the posture in the back. So I'm picking something up here. So this, I would say, is typically the lungs. So we think about breathing. See if there's anywhere else. Go to the other side of the feet as well, just to do the same checks. And if it's just one side, so maybe in this case might just be the right lung. Yeah, so it is on both sides of both lungs. Then hard to determine on this side is because there's a hard callus. Again, that might mean that you're placing too much pressure on this part of the foot, creating an imbalance on the feet. So we're going to move more down again to the center of the feet. Scouting out the abdomen and stomach. Not just working my way through the digestive system, but so far nothing to note or comment on, which is a great sign. Just working my way to the knees again where there is slight discomfort, so we spend a little bit of time here. And corresponding to connecting with the hips. And then lower back. And sacrum. Then going over to the head and neck. Looking at the spine. Picking a little bit up around the middle of the spine, or as we say, mid-thoracic. Swapping over to the other side, and let me just see how it mirrors, if at all. starting good. So we're just going to go to the right foot again and just working more around the reproductive bladder region. Now moving to the kidney region and urethra. And now towards the lymphs of the body. Is there a slight congestion here? Working my way up the calf. Even connecting to the kidney meridian and the spleen meridian as well. So we're slowly going to come towards the end of our session. Just inviting you to become aware of my voice. As well as becoming aware of your breathing pattern once more. I'm going to invite you to take a nice deep breath in and out. And one more deep breath in and out. And so I'm slowly going to disconnect away from the feet. And then I'm going to pat down this one towel. I'm going to pat down the feet a little bit, just so the wax doesn't let you slip. If you want to sort of just take a couple more minutes to yourself, you can. And I'm putting a towel just to your left hand side for when you get up later. I'm just going to quickly wash my hands. Then I'm going to do one more spray of the Aqua de Florida. Then I'm going to take off the eye mask. Then I'm going to take off the eye mask. Then only in your own time, when you feel ready, you can gently, gently open your eyes, coming back into the space.
That was amazing. My feet feel so light.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah. You okay? Yeah. Did you relax at all? Switch off?
I think I fell asleep.
Okay, good.
Definitely fell asleep. I think I heard myself snoring. But that's so relaxing that was. I didn't think it was going to be, but yeah, that was definitely relaxing.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, that is our session for today, my lovely. So I'll look forward to welcoming you for the next one.
Thank you.
Yes, I'll see you for the next one. Yeah? Okay. I'd just like to end off this video with sending a very big thank you for taking the time out to watch this video. And I really hope it has helped you in a specific way, whether that's relaxation, education, awareness, or just really helping bring some calmness and stillness to the mind. And on that note, as this video ends, please can I ask if you can like and subscribe or even comment on how you felt about this video, and if it helped you or if you learned something from it. And I'm sending you lots of love wherever you are in the world, and inviting you to come back next week for another video. This is Star Friedenberg, empowering your mind and body through wellness consciously.